So this is the exhibition Night Shift at the Underground Stream. Night Shift brings together three artists, Susan Derges, Sarah Gillespie and Martin Prothero, who each, in their own way, celebrate aspects of the nocturnal. For which reason there's always a candle burning in the corner of the gallery when the exhibition is open. The artists have had some peripheral connections previously but have never exhibited together, so it's a privilege to form this exhibition of works by each of them that communicate with one another. Sarah Gillespie works with mezzotint, a historic printmaking process that lays down a velvety black using a rocker on a metal plate to commence the process. And then the images are excavated from the black using a burnishing tool. And as you'll sense, Sarah's focus at the moment is on moths, and not just any moths. The ones that she tends to refer to are all endangered. So it's drawing attention to the plight of certain species of moth, which she traps herself. Trap sounds rather harsh, but she collects, let's say, in a light box to study and then releases them again. The artist on the end wall is Susan Derges. Susan pioneered her own form of lensless photography in the 90s, using Cibachrome paper, which she would take into the landscape at night. In this case, this is the River Tor, and would lay the photographic paper under the surface of the river, and then at the right moment, using a strobe light, expose it to bring out the extraordinary detail of the water surface. And equally, with the work on the right, called Shoreline, which was made on the east coast of Devon, again at night, on a moonless night, necessarily. The paper was laid on the sand, and at the right moment, when the wave came in, the stroboscopic lamp would capture that moment. So you see the details of both water and foam caught in the moment of becoming. The third artist is Martin Prothero. Martin's work is forming what looks like the altarpiece at the end of the gallery. What he's doing is using a candle to lay down a fine layer of soot on a glass plate. And he's also a tracker, so he knows where animals are and what animals are doing in the landscape, particularly at night. And so he leaves these carboned plates in the landscape where he expects some animal activity. And the result in the morning is footprints and slips and slides and crawling marks left on the carbon. In this case, on the right, a frog has found the plate. And then the image is sealed between another sheet of glass to be preserved. The image at the end is of a mother badger and her cub that unwittingly have found the black plate, probably slipped a little bit, and made this extraordinary expressive mark that seems like a reversal of a Chinese brush painting. It has that kind of vigor and fluidity. And on the right here, a couple of intimate ones. The one on the right is a cricket that has hopped onto the plate and then hopped off again. There are certain interesting correspondences and rhymes within the show. So Susan Derges' shoreline print, the detail of the foam, is picked up in the wonderful patination of The Peppered Moth by Sarah Gillespie. And that again is picked up by the footprints of vole and mouse and frog and cricket and moth in Martin Prothero's work. The final two images, again by Susan Derges, just pick up the night theme. This is Starfield. And a very twilight image of river and branch. So there you have it. Night shift at the underground stream. I hope you can manage to visit.